Not sure if you have this dilemma, but sometimes I go back and forth when new phones come out on whether to get the base model, the one in the middle, or the high-end version. But now that I've been using the Pixel 9 for a while, I feel like it's pretty obvious this time. So today, let's compare the Pixel 9 and the Pixel 9 Pro to see what the difference is and which is the better option. The price difference between these two is about $200, starting at $799 for the regular Pixel 9 versus $999 for the Pixel 9 Pro. Keep in mind both phones will be on sale before you know it, so I'm not sure that I would pay full price on either one. Both of these start at 128 gigabytes, but with the Pro you can go up to 512 gigabytes versus 256 for the regular Pixel 9. The build quality on these are actually really similar. I might even like the regular Pixel 9 a little better than the Pro just because it has a matte finish on the edges versus shiny on the Pro. If you like the build quality of an iPhone, these two definitely feel and sort of look like an iPhone, which is a good thing in my opinion. You've got the same 6.3 inch size for the displays on both phones with the higher resolution on the Pro at 1280 by 2856 versus 1080 by 2424 on the regular Pixel 9. The Pro is also a little bit brighter at 3000 nits versus 2700. The Pro also uses an LTPO OLED display versus a regular OLED display on the Pixel 9. Both can go up to 120 Hz refresh rate. If you're wondering, yes, you can actually use the same case on both phones as long as it doesn't cover up the flash on the camera visor on the back. To me, the Pixel 9 Pro does look a little bit better overall, but when you put these next to each other, I don't feel like there's enough of a difference that most people would even notice. You will notice the Pro has a warmer tone to it versus a more bluish color on the regular Pixel 9. For me, I don't think you can go wrong with either one as far as screen quality goes. Battery life is sort of interesting considering these two are the same size phones with similar specs. The regular Pixel 9 lasted about 11 hours, which is really good compared to about 8.5 hours for the Pro. I'm not sure if the regular 9 is this much better because of the screen brightness. Again, there's a lot of variables when it comes to battery life, but so far from what I've seen, if you want the phone with better battery life, I would go with the regular Pixel 9. I can usually get about 2 full days of use on the regular Pixel 9, but I plan on switching to the Pro full time here shortly, so we'll see how it goes. You also get wireless charging on both phones, but slightly faster at 21 watts versus 15 watts on the regular Pixel 9 if you're using the Pixel Stand. Now, software-wise, you're getting an almost identical experience regardless of which one you go with. They're both currently on Android 14, which I believe they'll be getting Android 15 later this year. But you've got a lot of the same features like Magic Eraser, Unblur, Magic Editor, Circle to Search, and the built-in Gemini Assistant, just to name a few. Sure, there's a couple extras you get with the Pro, like 8K video resolution, although technically it processes the 4K video to make it 8K resolution. For me, I don't feel like there's enough of a difference to make the Pro that much better than the regular Pixel 9. The good thing is both have the improved fingerprint scanner on the front, which is much easier to use now. Plus, these are some of the few phones that are getting 7 years of software updates. I believe Samsung is the only other one giving 7 years with their flagship phones. Kind of interesting when it comes to performance. Even though one is considered Pro, the Geekbench scores are very similar between these two. And the nice thing is, I haven't noticed any overheating issues with the Pixel 9 series or have heard about other people having that issue with the Pixel 9 series. Now, one advantage with the Pro is you get 16 gigabytes of RAM versus 12 with the regular Pixel 9. I'm not sure that I've noticed much of a difference, but I'm sure a couple years later, when the storage is going to be filling up, performance might be a little more important after a couple of future updates. Now, one downside to this style of phone is the visor that sticks out on the back can be a problem when gaming with certain controllers, like this one from Razer. Not really a deal breaker in my opinion, just something to keep in mind. Now, as far as speakers on these two, at first I thought these two had the same speakers, but the more I listened to them, I feel like the Pro might be a tad bit louder overall, so I'd probably give a slight advantage to the Pixel 9 Pro. But here's a quick sample of each just to see if you can tell a difference.
Hurts to watch your blue
Now, when it comes to the cameras, Pixel phones in the past have always been known for some of the best photos on a cell phone. For me, I feel like both of these do a really good job, but you do have an advantage with the Pro since you have a telephoto lens on the back, and you get a few extras like night sight video, which you don't get with the regular Pixel 9. You also get a higher resolution 42 megapixel on the Pro versus 10.5 megapixels on the regular Pixel 9. So definitely an advantage for the Pro, but having said that, I still think the regular Pixel 9 is probably one of the best Pixel phones that I've used. It might not be quite as good as the Pro in some cases, but to me it's really close. Here's a few samples of each just to give you an idea of how they compare. So I guess one question would be, is the Pro worth the extra money compared to the regular Pixel 9? Well, for some people, maybe. If you like to have the best version of phones that come out, then sure, especially if you're looking for one of the best smaller phones. But to me, I feel like the regular Pixel 9 is probably one of the best value phones, especially if it goes on sale later this year. And if you're going to be upgrading from an older Pixel phone, like the Pixel 6a, I feel like the regular Pixel 9 would be a really nice upgrade, in my opinion. But if you like phones, tablets, and other tech comparisons, I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on, so you'll want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.